College on Wednesday, 2-1 in their Peach Belt Conference opener. Patriots, as they have been in their first two home matches this season, wearing the all whites, and North Georgia this afternoon wearing the blue jerseys with white shorts. Starting lineup first for head coach Lindsey Morgan in her fourth season at FMU, starting with the goalkeeper. Freshman Rachel Hennenkamp gets the start for the sixth consecutive match to open up her collegiate career. She has a .607 save percentage in those 5 matches, 1 shutout. That came against Mars Hill on September the 7th. Joining her in the starting lineup today, a lot of youth, as has been the case for much of the season for Capra and Michaela Chavis, also sophomore Brooke Kennedy and junior Jessica Garnett. In the midfield, Sierra Cartano returns to the starting lineup after starting 3 of the first 5 matches when she came off the bench on Friday. Daylin McEwen, the team leader in goals with 4, also with another start. Megan Mizuraka and Em Hall, 2 more sophomores get the start. And starting up front from Waxhaw, North Carolina, it's sophomore Sarah Mall and also freshman Abigail Williams from Kernersville, North Carolina, gets a start for FMU. So again, for FMU, Hennenkamp, Chavis, Capra, Garnett, Kennedy, Cartano, McEwen, Hall, Mizuraka, Mall, and Williams. For North Georgia, Hannah Gowdy, junior from Cumming, Georgia, is their goalkeeper. Defensively, they have 1 each of sophomore, junior, and senior. The senior is McKay Shively, Olivia Dunphy, the junior, and sophomore from Marietta, Georgia, Mackenzie Brennan. In the midfield, Rosie Embley, Asa Thorson, Charlotte Rint, and Michaela Sundstrom, 2 juniors and 2 seniors there. And then up front, dangerous attacking options, senior Renee Van Horn with 4 goals in 5 matches. She is 3rd in the league in shots with 27 and shots on target with 15. She's a senior from Marietta, Georgia. Sophomore Taylor Malashik, also with 4 goals in 5 matches, a sophomore from Peachtree City, Georgia. And junior from Sugar Hill, Georgia, Danny Chartouni, gets her 3rd start so far this season. And now we'll pause for the national anthem. Today's match officials, the referee in the middle is Carlos Fierres Perez, and his assistants are John Tanverdi and Morgan Cook. Team's about ready to get started with what is for both of them their 2nd Peach Belt Conference match. North Georgia, as I mentioned, winning against Georgia College, will be coming here to Florence on Wednesday, while the Patriots lost to Young Harris back on Friday afternoon in what was their Peach Belt Conference opener. The rest of the conference all played yesterday, and right now the standings stand. The leaders are Columbus State at 2-0. They were the preseason favorites. North Georgia was picked 2nd behind Columbus State in the Peach Belt Conference preseason poll, so certainly one of the favorites to end up at the tournament at season's end in late October and early November. The Patriots, again, in the all-whites, looking to get back to the 500 mark and 3-3 with a victory today, and even their Peach Belt Conference record at 1-1. A little bit of a change up front. As I mentioned, Sarah Mall gets her third start, replacing Kylie McElroy, who started up front for FMU on Friday. The other change from the starting lineup from yesterday, junior Sierra Cartano is in for freshman Rihanna Orello, who got the start on Friday as well. So those are the two changes that Coach Morgan has made from the side that fell 1-0 to Young Harris yesterday. Have to watch out for this North Georgia attack. So far this season, as I mentioned, they have two players with 4 goals apiece, tied with Dalen McEwen and others for 5th most in the Peach Belt Conference. They entered the weekend with the most shots and shots per match in the Peach Belt. 119 shots, 23 per game. They scored 15 goals, averaged 3 a match. That's first in the conference, and they also have the most corners in the league heading into this weekend's action. So North Georgia, a very offensive team, at least so far, through 5 matches for them. So the Patriots will have to be on their toes defensively today, and FMU, the ones who get the match started with the kickoff, and we are underway on a beautiful sunny afternoon here on Hartzler Field. And right off the bat, Megan Mizuraka down the right wing side for FMU. Looks to get a cross in. Didn't get all she wanted on it. It'll be out for the first goal kick. As I mentioned, FMU 1-1 at home so far this season. They beat Coker College 4-2 here in the non-conference in their home opener, and then the 1-0 loss to Young Harris on Friday. This is the start of 3 straight conference matches at home to begin conference play. Young Harris yesterday, or on Friday rather, North Georgia today, and then Georgia College coming in on Wednesday as a part of a men's and women's doubleheader. The men will take on Mount Olive at 5, and then Georgia College against the FMU women at 7:30. As Dalen McEwen takes the throw in from Cartano, but it's off of her and out of play as North Georgia takes over. Turn made there by Michaela Sundstrom, looking to bring it the other way. She sends it out wide to Taylor Malashik, one of the 2 players with 4 goals for North Georgia so far. She goes by Anna Capra, slips through Sundstrom. Sundstrom chance, but it's right at Hennenkamp, who makes a save less than 90 seconds into the match already tested. But right at the freshman from Wake Forest, North Carolina. If the stats are any indication, there will be a lot of attempts toward her goal here this afternoon as Thorson fouls McEwen, and FMU will have a free kick right around midfield. Mentioned this on Friday, but the next win for the FMU women's team will be the 200th in program history. First season was 1995. That inaugural team went 11-6. The first win against St. Andrews Presbyterian College, which is now St. Andrews University. That was a 6-3 victory on September 7th in 95. As that long ball comes in, bounced near McEwen. What's collected by Gowdy. A good ball in there off of the free kick, but FMU unable to turn it into a shot on the target. And a Capra to take this throw in. Capra has played each minute this season for FMU, the only player to do so. Patriots lose out there. Here comes Renee Van Horn for North Georgia. Watched by Brooke Kennedy. Tries to get a ball in towards Chartouni, but Hennenkamp is alert to that and cuts it off before it can get to the junior from Sugar Hill, Georgia. 20 of the 26 players on this North Georgia roster from the state of Georgia. As Cartano's ball intended for Mizuraka goes out of play for a throw-in. They have 1 each from Delaware, Florida, and Alabama. 3 players from Europe, and then the rest from Georgia. For Chris Adams, 15 seasons at UNG. Came to UNG in 2003 and coached both the men's and women's programs for a time. Now exclusively the women's coach as Gowdy comes out. Hannah Gowdy so far allowed 6 goals in 5 matches, a .778 save percentage. Boots that one away. Had 4 shutouts in her first 2 seasons with the Nighthawks, including 3 last year. This comes out to the near side. Now Chartouni coming forward, but Kayla Chavis watching defensively from FMU. Chartouni gets a ball in toward the back post, and just getting a piece of it off the head was Malashik. Could not steer it toward Hennenkamp's goal, and it's out of play. It just grazed the top of her head there and went out of play. Emma Hall gets it back to Capra, who boots it forward, looking for Sarah Mull. But it'll go out of bounds before the sophomore from Waxhaw, North Carolina can get there. Mull with 1 goal so far in 5 matches. Came against Coker, that 4-2 FMU win here on Hartzler Field earlier this month. Early going, 1 shot. Belongs to North Georgia. Here comes the ball in off of a free kick. Dalen McEwen knocks it down, goes down. Chavis will knock it wide. Capra will try to knock it clear. Instead, it was blocked by Van Horn. Malashik goes around a defender, then slips as she tried to center it. FMU will get it clear. And a deflection on the clearance by Sierra Cartano will allow FMU to take this throw defensively and try to break out. Hall loses out there to Rosie Embley, who has the 1 shot for North Georgia. She's looking to find someone in the middle, instead goes back. Now the ball comes in towards Chartouni, a little bit over her head. Garnett trying to get there first for FMU. She does and knocks it off of Brennan. Second clearance gets out to Megan Mizaraka. Knocks it around Dunphy, but Dunphy will get there first. And North Georgia can regain. On the far side, Shively looking for Malashik forward. And Brooke Kennedy for FMU will watch it go out of play for a goal kick. Francis Marion fans, be sure to sign your kids up for the Patriot Kids Club. For more information on how your child can become a member, call 843-661-1834 or go online to www.fmupatriots.com. A little more than 6 minutes into the match, no score between FMU and North Georgia. The Nighthawks, as I mentioned, with the only shot. It was on target from Rosie Embley, but it was right at the Francis Marion goalkeeper. Made a solid save. Emma Hall trying to get it to the left back end of Capra, but it was a little bit too far for her. UNG back with it. Mizaraka tried to find McEwen, couldn't. This ball forward is aimed for Mizaraka. Coming out is Gowdy, though, to scoop it up for the Nighthawks. Back-to-back wins against ranked opponents for North Georgia entering today. I mentioned the win over Georgia College, who was ranked 13th in the latest poll. That was on Wednesday in the Peach Belt Conference opener. They also have a win at Limestone, which is ranked in the latest poll. Here's Chartouni cutting inside on Chavis and tries an effort on goal, but is well wide. Looked like she was losing her footing as she tried to get that shot attempt away, and that caused it to go awry. So a goal kick once again for Hennenkamp and the Patriots. Third and final soccer match of the weekend here on Hartzler Field. Both the women and men featuring. The women losing 1-0 to Young Harris on Friday. The men lost 1-0 yesterday to 16th ranked Lander on a second half penalty kick. And now here today, both teams will be back in action Wednesday here for a doubleheader. Chartouni has an open chance at the top of the box. She slides it underneath Rachel Hennenkamp, and it's in for a goal. One of her teammates did a good job of shielding the FMU defense away to allow Chartouni through. And the junior from Sugar Hill collects her second goal of the season to put the Nighthawks in front, 1-0 here in the early going. So the 8th minute, North Georgia on the board. Chartouni's second, and an early hole for the Patriots to try and climb out of. There's a goal just a few minutes before halftime against Young Harris on Friday that proved to be the winner for the visiting Mountain Lions. FMU couldn't get a whole lot going offensively, although they did have more shots on target that afternoon, 4-2 against Young Harris. They have not had an attempt yet and already find themselves behind 1-0. Here is the goal scorer, Chartouni, driving pass Michaela Chavis down the left side. Chavis, good recovery. Chartouni goes down. Good work by Chavis there. To nudge her off the ball, looking for Mizuraka going forward, but beaten to it by Dunphy. Mizuraka didn't give up and won a throw-in for the Patriots as Sierra Cartano comes over to throw it in for FMU. Sarah Mall comes back for it. Right back to Cartano, finds an open McEwen who has some space. Not afraid to take a shot. She does take a shot, and it's a little bit over the crossbar. And McEwen not shy about firing away from anywhere in the opposing half. And a good effort there, just could not quite keep it down. It's the first attempt on, or at the net of Hannah Gowdy. It's 25 shots now this season for Dealey McEwen, by far the leader for FMU. Ball in is blocked by Chavis. Trying to send it in was Thorson. So 1-0 North Georgia as we get about 10 minutes in. Here comes a ball in, and Hendenkamp got a piece of it, didn't completely clear it. And it looks like someone from North Georgia has whistled for a foul. Chartouni was in there, as was Renee Van Horn. One of them obstructed one of the FMU defenders in the judgment of the referee, and so Hendenkamp will take the free kick from inside FMU's penalty area to get things restarted. Hall tried to chest it down to a teammate, but instead found a Nighthawk. And UNG comes back the other way. Comes out wide to Chartouni, tried to slip it through for Thorson, finds Thorson. Chavis comes over to cover for FMU, keeps it in play. And Cartano this time will knock it out. Throw in for the Nighthawks. Quickly get it into Thorson. Turns. Sends one toward the back post, headed clear by Kennedy. Capra will get it further out of play. Mall trying to come back for FMU, but gives it back to North Georgia. And a foul going against FMU there. I think that is Mall who is the guilty party for the Patriots this time around. Free kick for the visitors, Rosie Embley to take. A left-footed ball comes in, looking for Chartouni at the back post. And she's able to keep it in under the pressure of Megan Mizuraka, who knocks it out of play. Throw in near the corner flag. Chavis gets that centering attempt cleared. Ball back in, deflected off the head of Chavis, and Hendenkamp is able to keep it in play. The attempt from Sundstrom. Hendenkamp waits for her team to get a little bit further up the field before booting it in the direction of McEwen. Bounces over her head. A couple of FMU players collide there. Williams and McEwen coming together. Both seem to be okay. Brendan. Long ball forward. Cut off by Chavis. But Chartouni, the goal scorer, will keep it in. Nope, she did not. Looked like she had it first. But it will still be North Georgia ball on this near side. Cartano read the pass. Mizuraka trying to win it back for FMU. Overhead kick. It's a good idea, but it was read by the Nighthawks. FMU will have a throw right in front of the North Georgia bench. Hall trying to find McEwen, but was cut off by North Georgia's defense. Now the Nighthawks, much to the chagrin of the Patriots, will have this throw-in on the far side. Sun has gone in for the time being. Sure a welcome sight to the players, and pretty warm day, despite it being the first day of fall. On the far side, Thorson coming down the wing. A couple of Patriots over there. Kennedy cuts her off and lets it go out of play for an FMU throw. Good work there by Brooke Kennedy. Starting for the 4th time in 6 matches. Had a couple of shots for FMU against Young Harris, including a free kick that almost crept in. FMU claims this throw in front of their bench, and they are awarded it. And we'll have our first substitute. Patriots have Sierra Cartano check out. Rihanna Orello, the freshman, in. And that'll drop Megan Mizuraka, who is playing further forward, back 1 level into the midfield. So right now it looks like McEwen and Orello playing up front, with Maul
into the match for Francis Marion, number 13,
in and out
Rihanna
up front
Orello.
as well. Garnett coming up from the back to try to keep that pass from getting to Danny Chartouni, the goal scorer, and she does successfully. FMU with the throw. One of the captains for FMU, Jessica Garnett. She started every game of her Francis Marion career. This is number 37 for the junior Garnett from Rock Hill, South Carolina. All turned over again in the midfield to the Nighthawks. Here comes Rosie Embley running out the FMU defense. Chavis deflected that pass intended for Van Horn. Malashik going after it with Capra. Capra banked it off of Malashik, who could not keep it in, and it's a goal kick. Good recovery there by the Francis Marion defense after a turnover in the midfield.
Against Georgia College at 7:30 in the second match of a double.
A few members of the FMU volleyball team in attendance here today. They're back in action at Smith University Center coming up on Friday for Alumni Weekend. They'll host Georgia College Friday night at 7, and then Augusta Saturday afternoon at 1 to continue Peach Belt Conference play. Their first 2 Peach Belt Conference home matches. They're falling to Lander and USC Aiken on the road Friday and yesterday afternoon. See some of the men's soccer team here as well. The women's soccer team out and forced to support the men last night in their tough loss to Lander. Saw both teams have a player sent off in the later stages of the second half. So it ended 10-10. Garnett cuts off the pass intended for Chartouni, but North Georgia will have a throw. Brennan finds Embley. Embley tried to center it. Kennedy's clearance went right to Chartouni. Chartouni finds Van Horn, and it's 2-0 North Georgia. The clearance didn't get out for FMU, and unfortunately went right to a Nighthawk, and that leads to the second goal from Van Horn. Her 5th of the season, and now Van Horn has scored 3 consecutive years against FMU, and a little bit more than 15 minutes in. It's 2-0 North Georgia, and more bad news for the Patriots, as a few players were slow to get up in their penalty area. It seems like maybe everyone's all right, but a little bit scary for a moment that maybe someone was injured. In the meantime, Kylie McElroy will replace Sarah Mall up front for FMU, as now they'll have to dig out of a 2-0 hole.
North Georgia goal scored by Renee Van Horn, her 5th of the year, assisted by Danny Chartouni in the 17th minute. Van Horn from Chartouni in the 17th minute.
FMU coming forward. Mizuraka to McEwen. She's not going to be able to steer this one on target. Good response in the opening moments after the second goal for the Patriots. That's who FMU's looking to get it to as often as they can. Daly McEwen, team leader in goals with 4, leading in shots as well. But her 2 attempts so far have been off the mark. Orello, good flick on for McElroy. But McElroy's touch a little bit too heavy as North Georgia's defense is able to get it away. So Van Horn in the 17th minute, Chartouni picking up an assist. So the junior with a goal and an assist for North Georgia here in the early going for the Nighthawks, who have a 2-0 lead. Garnett looking for McElroy with the pass. Got a piece of it, but couldn't direct it towards Arello. And North Georgia, once again, can take over, out shooting FMU 4-2. 3 of their 4 shots have been on target, including a couple in the back of the net. Van Horn collects this one. Finds an opening for Thorson. Good challenge there by Kennedy. Forced that to go off the mark. And it'll be a goal kick for FMU. Francis Marion men's and women's cross-country teams competing in the Royals Cross-Country Challenge in Charlotte on Friday afternoon. Ran in the Jaguar Cross-Country Invitational yesterday, hosted by Augusta. Men finishing 6th, women 7th in that meet. McEwen finds Rihanna Orello, able to ward off a couple of North Georgia defenders and find some space. And then loses out there. A good tackle there by Williams to get it right back to FMU. But nothing comes of that as once again North Georgia gains possession. Bringing it forward is Malashik. Capra reads that and takes it away. Her pass finds Emma Hall. Kennedy looks to settle it down and set something up. Trying to find Garnett on this far side, but it's cut off by Chartouni. Another fast break opportunity. Chartouni gets it back, and she's offside. Good combination play from the North Georgia forwards there between Van Horn and Chartouni. The combination that set up the second goal, but Chartouni made her run a little bit too early and is flagged for offside. So FMU able to get out of that situation without surrendering a third. Van Horn lifts it forward. Malashik trying to run under it. She's going to get there first and fires it just wide. Chartouni was coming in at the back post looking to try to get on the end of it or a possible rebound, but it was wide of the mark. Substitution for North Georgia. Chartouni comes off after her goal and an assist to start things. And freshman Abby Crane from Peachtree City, Georgia, takes her place on the left side of the Nighthawks attack.
Into the match for the Nighthawks, number 5, Abby Crane.
20 minutes gone, 2-0 North Georgia with the lead. Long ball ahead, Rihanna Orello trying to run under it. Will be beaten to it by the North Georgia defense, but their clearance hits Orello. McElroy almost got there to keep it in the attacking zone for Francis Marion. Now they do win it back in the midfield with Hall. Orello finds McEwen. Back out wide for Orello. McElroy and McEwen head toward the box. Emma Hall in there as well. Orello looking for some room for a cross. It's deflected out of play by Mackenzie Brennan. No, apparently not deflected. It'll be a goal kick. Another substitution coming for FMU. Brooke Kennedy will be the Patriot replaced. Carly Gauthier, junior from Tampa, onto the field for the first time. So I'll send Garnett from the right back position into the center of the defense. And Mizuraka will go from the midfield to right back for FMU. So Gauthier can take place in the central midfield for the red, white, and blue. Hall on the turn. Bumped off of it by the Nighthawks, and they look to run the other way. Time and space for Shively. Shively goes wide. Looking for Van Horn. Try to return pass. Hennenkamp bobbles it for a moment. Crane was searching for a rebound, but Hennenkamp gathers it in on the second attempt. Rint. Malashik trying to find teammate Shively there, and it'll go out of play. North Georgia awarded the throw-in right in front of the Pats bench. Halfway through this first half, 2-0 in favor of the visiting Nighthawks And they're looking for more. Malashik has her pass cut off by Chavis. Can Orello get on the end of it? Not quite. Nighthawks just do deal with that long ball forward for the speedy Orello. McEwen knocked that pass away, but it went right back from whence it came. But Orello helps FMU win it back. Gauthier and Orello. Orello takes it. Pass finds McElroy. Back to Emma Hall. Hall finds Gauthier. Gauthier with some space, but runs out of time. Asa Thorson tracking back for North Georgia. Gauthier looked like she was fractions of a second away from pulling the trigger, with Thorson tracked back just in time to keep it from becoming a shooting opportunity. And now the clock will stop with 21:36 as both teams will head to the sidelines for a hydration break, which gives us an opportunity to remind you that Francis Marion Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Adidas, Circle Park Behavioral Health Services, Domino's, McLeod Regional Medical Center, Carolina's Hospital System, Ken Jackson and Remax Professionals, Pepsi, McDonald's, Rains Hospitality, including Fairfield Inn, Spring Hill Suites and Courtyard by Marriott, Mike Rickenbach, Ford Lincoln Mercury, South Carolina Education Lottery, King Cadillac Buick GMC, McLeod Sports Medicine, the Counseling Center of Florence, Chick-fil-A, State Farm and Agent Jim Stewart, Quincy's Steakhouse, Little Caesars, La Quinta Inn and Suites, KFC and Arby's, Julia Bell's Restaurant, PD Electric Cooperative, Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Supply, Western Sizzlin Steakhouse, State Credit Union, and Zaxby's. And also a reminder about that soccer doubleheader coming up on Wednesday. The FMU men will get it started as they take on University of Mount Olive at 5 p.m. and then the FMU women to face Georgia College in their third straight home PBC match at 7:30. Both of those matches here on Hartzler Field, and we'll broadcast them here as well on the Patriot Sports Network. And also the two volleyball matches next Friday and Saturday, also Patriot Sports Network broadcasts.
The Counseling Center of Florence, Chick-fil-A.
Don't forget, with all that is going on in fall sports season and as we head towards basketball season, support and follow Francis Marion Athletics on social media at FMU Sports.
Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Supply, Western Sizzlin Steakhouse.
Both teams back out onto the field. North Georgia up 2-0 with 21:36 to go in the first half. Both teams after a hydration break and I'm sure a team talk as well. A restart play, FMU with a throw-in to be taken here by Megan Mizuraka to get things restarted. Orello the target there. It's knocked out of play by Brennan. 5 shots to 2 in favor of North Georgia. 3 of their shots on target. 2 saves for Rachel, or 1 save rather for Rachel Hennenkamp. McEwen finds Mizuraka trying to cross it in, but it will go out of play. Goal kick for Hannah Gowdy. Junior from Cumming, Georgia. 1 shutout this season. It came against Anderson on September the 1st. 5 shutouts in her career. Here comes Van Horn. Wide for Crane. Crane watched by Mizuraka, has a chance to cut in. Pass is cut off, comes right back to Crane. Crane's got an opening for Van Horn, chips it toward the back post, and Hennenkamp is able to collect it. Malashik was charging in, looking for a rebound, and Hennenkamp was able to secure it before the sophomore could get to it for North Georgia. Good play there by Hennenkamp. McEwen gets it right back to Mizuraka, looking to drive it forward. McElroy in pursuit, but North Georgia able to get it back to Gowdy, who fires it forward. Embley on the run. Plays it wide for Malashik. Van Horn, Crane, and Embley all go into the box. Malashik has her attempted cross blocked by Capra. Gets it back. Gets it to Embley. Embley trying to go around Garnett. And Garnett forces her wide. And it's out of play for a North Georgia corner. The first corner for either team in this first half. Mentioned coming into the weekend, North Georgia had more corners than anyone else in the Peach Belt Conference.
Embley to take the corner kick for the Nighthawks.
Embley goes toward the top of the box to Sundstrom on the half volley, tipped over by Rachel Hennenkamp. Great save again by Hennenkamp, as Sundstrom had the opportunity on the half volley off of the corner kick. She was left alone at the top of the box with the freshman from Wake Forest. Another nice save. It'll be another corner for North Georgia. They'll do it from the near side. Embley will take it again. And right in the middle, Van Horn. And we'll go behind for a goal kick. That was close in front of the FMU goal there to the Nighthawks getting another. But FMU dodges a bullet there as Malashik will check out as North Georgia makes a substitution here. Peyton Biso, junior from Hoover, Alabama.
For North Georgia, number 2, Peyton Biso.
So Biso in. 5th match that she's appeared in so far. McElroy was looking for McEwen, but found Crane for North Georgia instead, but FMU is able to get it back at least momentarily. Van Horn in pursuit of that ball forward from the North Georgia defense, but the Patriots have the throw. 6-2 the shots for North Georgia, 4 of them on target. Rachel Hennenkamp has saved 2 of them. The other 2, the 2 Nighthawks goals. Daylon McEwen with the only 2 shots attempted for FMU, was not able to steer either of them on target. So no official saves recorded yet by Hannah Gowdy in the North Georgia net. Crane goes down as Araka whistled for the foul there. And North Georgia will have a chance to bring some players forward. Brennan will take this free kick. Orello tries to block, but it goes over her. Headed clear by FMU. McElroy looks to find Orello on the run. Didn't with the first try. Second try will be a little bit too far as well, as North Georgia is able to deal with it. Long ball forward. Garnett running after it. Biso racing forward for North Georgia. Gets to it first and plays it out of play for a goal kick. Biso, a long run to try and catch up to that one, which she did before it went out of play, but couldn't do anything with it. And FMU will have a goal kick. Patriot fans, visit www.FMUPatriotsShop.com for all your Francis Marion apparel and gift needs. Support your Patriots by visiting www.FMUPatriotsShop.com. Hennenkamp coming out of goal and sliding, gets there before Van Horn. Dangerous play with Van Horn sliding as well. She puts her hand up in apology to Hennenkamp for that challenge. No foul, although Van Horn is being talked to by the referee after that incident. Hennenkamp to boot it. Emma Hall comes up with it for the Patriots, goes to the back to Capra. North Georgia comes up with it in the midfield. Biso looking for some help, finds it in the form of Sundstrom. Plays it wide for Brennan. Brennan with some options forward, goes around McEwen first, goes around Mizuraka, plays the ball in toward the back post. Good defense there by Capra to ward off Peyton Biso. And it's out of play off of the Nighthawks for another Francis Marion goal kick. Just about a quarter of an hour left here in the opening stanza. Nighthawks 2, Patriots nothing. Flicked on by Williams. Orello, good ball forward for McEwen, but just a little bit too much on it. And once again, the Nighthawks have the possession. Biso turns past Anna Capra. Down the right wing, Van Horn and Crane in the middle. Garnett comes over to try to cut her off. Slowed her down a little bit. Still has a chance to get the ball in toward Van Horn. Chavis, good header away. And foul by Van Horn on Chavis. Another free kick for Francis Marion deep in their own territory. Support Francis Marion Athletics by joining the Swamp Fox Club. You can join by visiting the athletics website at www.fmupatriots.com. Join now and get your tickets for the upcoming sports seasons. Still more than half of the home soccer slates for both the men and women to go. Volleyball with all of their Peach Belt Conference home matches still to come. Basketball is coming before too long. Of course, baseball and softball in the spring. Plenty of action still to come, still very early in the 2018-19 academic year here at Francis Marion. Brennan looking for a ball in. Chavis gets that one clear for the Patriots. Finds Mizaraka, now they look to break out. Rihanna Orello, plenty of space, has McElroy in the middle. Cuts inside, going around the defender, but Brennan's going to get there first. Sundstrom. And now Biso as the Nighthawks bring it back into Francis Marion territory. Biso watched by Capra, lays it off for Embley. Now Thorson. Further wide, Biso tries to get in across. He's got Van Horn to aim for, and Crane misses both of them, but Crane's going to come up with it first off of the bounce. Brennan's ball forward. Into the center, Thorson tried to chest it down. McEwen got in the way, and Chavis, her clearance is blocked. She'll try again, and this time find Orello. But the Patriots turn it over again. Brennan switches the play. Biso running out of space, gets it back from Van Horn. She tries an effort, but is right into the waiting arms of Rachel Hendenkamp. So another save for the freshman goalkeeper. Her career high of saves was 7. That came in the very first match of the season against Newberry. She may be on her way to setting a new career high. Here today, that's her 3rd save of this first half. North Georgia has 7 shots. 5 of them have been on the target so far. FMU with 2, both off target. A little bit. A loose pass there leads to a turnover. See if Orello can get there first. She did, but had her pass intercepted. Brendan looking forward, but finds Mizaraka instead. Williams. Gauthier was looking for Hall a little bit behind her, but Hall gets there first. But now it's given away. Biso. Out wide, Shively. Looking for Van Horn in the middle. Goes over her and Chavis. Falls to Thorson. And we have a foul whistled against North Georgia's Abby Crane. Both teams looking to substitute when the opportunity presents itself. Freshman Kylie Barr looking to check in for FMU when she gets an opportunity to. The Nighthawks with a few different players near the center line there looking to check in. Ball forward, aimed at Biso, touches it on, but it's cleared by Garnett, but it goes off of Biso. Hall gets there first for FMU, knocks it off for North Georgia throw-in, and I would think that now we'll get these substitutions. See who Barr replaces for FMU. Looks like Garnett is the one jogging off the field for FMU. 4 changes for North Georgia. Deja Patterson and Brooke Fitzhugh among the 4 who just came on for the Nighthawks. Abby Crane Among those who left, Renee Van Horn checked out as well. 10 minutes to go here in the first half. And flag is up on the far side as North Georgia was offside. Meredith Tucker, another one of the Nighthawks who just checked in.
Into the match for Francis Marion,
Her and
number 4,
Peyton
Kylie
Bisso
Barr.
among them were
Into the match for the Nighthawks, 21, Meredith Tucker.
offside.
Number 6, Brooke Fitzhugh. And number 7, Deja Patterson.
Morello on the left side right now, looking to ward off a Nighthawks defender to get a throw in, which she does. Fires it forward for McElroy. Kylie Barr heading towards the penalty area as an option. McElroy looking for space to cross it in, can't find room, but FMU will have a throw in on that far side. Morello looking for some support. McElroy on the edge of the box. Williams knocked off of possession by Thorson. Good tackle by McEwen. Williams squares it for Hall. McEwen finds Capra. Morello back for Hall. Didn't get to her, but found Williams. McEwen has gone back into the defense for FMU for the time being. Kylie Barr looking for the run of Morello, cut off by North Georgia. Charlotte Rint got that one clear. Hall chips it back forward. Again, the Nighthawks get it out. McEwen tries to send it back in. Arillo flicks it on. McElroy just beaten to it. FMU, as Capra finds Mizuraka. Good job by Mizuraka to get around Fitzhugh. Barr, Gautier, Arillo. FMU had that one hit off of Mizuraka and go out of play. They're going to be taken by Jaslyn Adlam for North Georgia. Another one of those 4 players to just come on. Thorson had Tucker in space. Tucker now leave it for Shively. Shively goes out wide for Bisso. Bisso's got a couple options in the middle. She finds Tucker. Tucker tries to turn away from McEwen, who slides in and clears it out of play for a North Georgia throw. Another player warming up on the FMU sidelines, but no substitution imminent. Here comes the ball in, and it ends up on the roof of the net for a goal kick. Patriot men's golf team will play in the River Run Collegiate starting tomorrow and continuing through Tuesday. That's in Davidson, North Carolina. It'll be their second tournament of their fall schedule.
Come on, Patriots, come on!
Tucker ends up with it for North Georgia. Thorson trying to get away from Kylie Barr. Lays it off. Sundstrom. Wide for Shively. Shively fires it toward the penalty area. Knocked away by FMU's defense. Kylie Barr looking to start something the other way. Can Gautier get there first? She didn't, but she came up with it anyway. Pass forward a little bit out of reach of the combination of McElroy and Arillo. And scooping it up is Hannah Gowdy. Gowdy finds Shively in space right in front of the North Georgia bench. Tucker and McEwen come together. And McEwen forced an errant pass that was cut off by Anna Capra. Chavis. McEwen. Pass was knocked out off of Patterson for a throw, and now FMU will make another substitution here with 5 minutes to go here in the opening half. Williams to be replaced. Jackie D'Amico checks in for FMU. D'Amico making her third appearance of the season. Freshman from Staten Island, New York. Orson got around one, couldn't get around McEwen, but it stays in FMU territory. Patterson lays it off. Another pass for Fitzhugh, and she will tuck it away. North Georgia, in the dying minutes of this first half, get a third from Brooke Fitzhugh. Unselfish play in the FMU box for the Nighthawks, and they have a third just before halftime. This is around the time in Friday's game where Young Harris got the only goal of the match. And that really hurt FMU's momentum going into halftime on Friday. And FMU had been playing stronger going forward the last few minutes, but North Georgia is the one who ends up getting a third rather than FMU cutting it back to a one-score game. Gautier has her pass intercepted. Torsen looking forward. McEwen will head it away, but it comes right to the feet of Tucker. McEwen wins it back.
North Georgia goal scored by Brooke Fitzhugh, her first of the season, assisted by Peyton Bizu and Deja Patterson. Fitzhugh from
Barr with the ball forward, looking for Kylie McElroy just over the forward's head. A good ball in there from Kylie Barr. Would have been a great response for the Patriots to get one right back, but it's just a little bit too tall for Kylie McElroy. Biso and Patterson both assisting on the Fitzhugh goal, her first goal of the season, freshman from Griffin, Georgia. So it's 3-0 in favor of the Nighthawks. And now Christina Rice checks in for FMU, replacing McElroy. Rice made her debut on Friday, getting 5 minutes worth of action. Freshman out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. North Georgia once again on the run. Biso gets on the end of this pass for the Nighthawks. She is in one-on-one with Henenkamp and goes wide with the attempt. An opportunity there for the Nighthawks to grab a fourth before halftime. Biso could not steer it on to Rachel Henenkamp's goal.
Number 9, Christina Rice.
Mizuraka, good work there to shepherd it out away from Fitzhugh, the latest North Georgia goal scorer. Carly Gautier. Mizuraka. D'Amico finds Kylie Barr. Barr with some room. Looks for Aurello down the line, cut off by Dunphy. And she will clear it forward in the neighborhood of Patterson, and Patterson is offside. In the FMU half, the Patriots playing a little bit of a high line there, and Patterson coming back towards midfield for that pass. Was returning from an offside position, and now FMU can get some numbers forward. Daly McEwen to drive this ball forward. D'Amico flicks it on. Still loose in the box. Barr finds Aurello. Aurello's shot deflected. Loose in the box, and we have a penalty kick awarded to the Patriots. I think it inadvertently may have touched the hand of a North Georgia Nighthawk. And so with 92 seconds left until halftime, Daly McEwen, who has converted a couple of penalties so far for FMU, will step up and try to get FMU on the board just before halftime. McEwen the leader with 4 goals for the Pats. Whistle goes. McEwen scores. So Daly McEwen with a minute and 32 left in the first half gets one back for the Patriots. Huge goal. It's now 3-1 North Georgia. First shot on target for the Patriots. So McEwen gets her 5th of the season. She's now 3 for 3 on penalty kicks this season.
Francis Marion goal scored by Daly McEwen, her 5th of the season from the penalty spot in the 44th minute. McEwen from the penalty spot in the 44th minute.
North Georgia right back on the attack. But it's cleared away by the goal scorer, McEwen. This one's popped high up into the air. A couple players go up for it, don't get it. Gauthier does eventually get it. North Georgia brings it right back in. Tucker is looking for a shot. Cut off. Thorson, her strike will go well wide as we enter the final minute of this first half. North Georgia now in double-digit shot attempts with 10. 6 on target, 3 shots for FMU, and the penalty kick that was on target and it went in off of Daly McEwen. As I mentioned, her 3rd penalty kick goal of the season, 5th overall. Biso down the right wing, tries to go around Anna Capra, and the freshman does a good job to prevent that. Tries to find another freshman in Orello, but the North Georgia defense was alert to that. Capra knocked down, and it's a foul on Biso. Capra staying down for a few moments. Hopefully she's all right. As I mentioned earlier, she is the only Patriot to have played every minute so far this season. She'll have 15 minutes or more to recover from that as we have reached halftime. At the end of the first half, it is North Georgia 3 and FMU 1. North Georgia getting an 8th-minute goal from Danny Chartouni to get it started. Renee Van Horn found the net in the 17th minute from Chartouni to make it 2-0. Good passing in the box as Patterson found Biso, who eventually found Fitzhugh for the North Georgia 3rd goal in the 41st minute, and then Daly McEwen scores on a PK in the 44th minute to get FMU on the board. But after 45 minutes, it's North Georgia 3, Francis Marion 1. We'll be back shortly with the second half. Welcome back to Hartzler Field on the campus of Francis Marion University, Florence, South Carolina. It's 3-1 North Georgia, leading Francis Marion at halftime. Rob Lau here with you as we go over some first half stats for the Nighthawks. 10 shots, 6 of which were on target, 3 shots for FMU, 1 of which was on target. So 3 saves for Francis Marion keeper Rachel Hennenkamp, 1 attempt on goal for FMU. That went in, so no saves for Hannah Gowdy. North Georgia took both of the corners in the first half of the match. The goals were scored first in the 8th minute. Danny Chartouni getting her second of the season for North Georgia. That made it 1-0. They doubled their advantage in the 17th minute. Renee Van Horn with a goal assisted by Chartouni. Van Horn with her 5th goal of the season. In the 41st minute, substitute Brooke Fitzhugh got on the score sheet for the first time this season. Peyton Biso and Deja Patterson getting the assists. And then FMU with a goal in the 44th minute as a handball in the North Georgia box awarded the Patriots a penalty kick. And Daly McEwen blasted it home from the spot. Her 3rd penalty kick goal of the season, 5th goal overall. She leads FMU in that category, and FMU has now scored at least 1 in every game except for the contest against Friday against Young Harris when they lost 1-0. So the Pats with some work to do, down 3-1 as we get ready for the start of the second half. They came in today 2-3, 0-1 in the Peach Belt. North Georgia 4-1, 1-0 in Peach Belt play, trying to tie Columbus State atop of the Peach Belt with 6 points. Columbus State with 2 victories in 2 Peach Belt Conference matches, and so North Georgia trying to equal that mark. They were picked 2nd in the preseason Peach Belt poll, were the Nighthawks, and so far in their first 2 conference matches with the win over Georgia College on Wednesday and the first half they played against FMU, showing every bit of why they were one of the teams picked to finish atop this conference. And it'll be the Nighthawks who will get the second half started. Renee Van Horn in the center circle, waiting for the whistle from the referee. There it is. And we're underway here in half number 2 with North Georgia in front, 3-1. FMU starts very similarly to the way they started the match, although Kylie McElroy is starting up front instead of Sarah Mall. Good to see that Anna Capra is back out there for FMU. She was down near the end of the first half, but she's back out there, and it is off of her for a corner kick won by Taylor Malashik for North Georgia. And in the first minute of this second half, North Georgia will take their 3rd corner of the afternoon as junior Rosie Embley goes to the corner flag to take. Comes in with the left foot towards the near post. McElroy gets it clear for FMU. Rihanna Orello with lots of room, but not a lot of help. Kylie Barr charging through the midfield to try to give her an option. Orello was looking that way. Couldn't find her, but FMU will win it back with Daly McEwen. Sierra Cartano. Now Emma Hall. Hall looking for Orello. Orello's able to keep it in FMU's position. Capra looking for the run of McElroy. Cushioned it for Orello, but now back the other way. Here's Embley coming forward for North Georgia. Has a couple of runners. Finds Van Horn. Van Horn with time. Finds Chartouni. Chartouni wide. Malashik centers for Van Horn. It was behind her, and it's going out of play. And Rachel Hennenkamp will have a goal kick for the Patriots. Patriot fans, visit www.FMUPatriotsShop.com for all your Francis Marion apparel and gift needs. Support your Patriots by visiting www.FMUPatriotsShop.com. Cartano flicks it on with the header for Hall. Good ball forward. Kylie Barr racing toward it, but it runs out of room as it's out of play for a North Georgia throw. Good idea by the Patriots there. Just unfortunately could not keep it in the field of play on that far side. See if that late goal by Dealey McEwen to get FMU on the board at 3-1 rather than being behind 3-0 gets them some momentum at the beginning of this second half to try to get within a goal. It would be huge if they can get one back in the first few minutes. Make it a one-goal match again. You never know. Gartano battling in the midfield. Finds Williams. Williams' attempt for Capra was cut off by Malashik, but Capra is able to win it back. And Arello was looking for a player in the middle who wasn't there for FMU. That particular pass. The Nighthawks bringing it back the other way. Chartouni looking to cut inside, caught off by Cartano. Chavis will get behind this one. Opportunity to lift it forward for Barr. It's out of her reach and out of play. Throw in for the Nighthawks. Thorson's pass cut off by the FMU defense. Now Megan Mizuraka. McElroy has it. Her pass intended for Barr deflected out of play. FMU with a throw. Arello down the line. Almost got around the defender Dunphy, who recovered to get it clear. Good job by Williams to touch it on to McElroy. Or rather, that was Cartano, not McElroy. North Georgia, though, regains. Shively. Still going. Wide. Malashik. Tries to cut inside on Capra. Chips it toward Chartouni. Didn't get all of the shot. FMU able to get it away. But Shively recovers to keep it in for Thorson. Goes wide. Chartouni with a goal and assist in that first half. On the turn. Takes a shot and will go over, leaving Rachel Hennenkamp and into the screen behind the net. First attempt for either team in the opening few minutes of this second half. It is the 11th shot attempt for the Nighthawks. 3 saves so far for Rachel Hennenkamp, and she boots this one away after the goal kick.
There you go.
Barr gets to it for FMU. Gets it back from Cartano. Nice move to get around a North Georgia defender. Now Hall will lay it off Williams. Capra making a good run on this near side. Now Dalen McEwen will look to organize things coming up from the back. Cartano. Hall in some space. Looking for the run of Barr on the far side. Cut off by North Georgia. FMU wins it back. Capra looking to the far side for Kylie Barr. Goes off a couple of heads. And it'll be last touched by Barr. It'll be a goal kick for North Georgia. Support Francis Marion Athletics by joining the Swamp Fox Club. You can join by visiting the athletics website at www.fmupatriots.com. Join now and get your tickets for the upcoming sports seasons. 6 minutes gone here in the second half. Same score as we had at the break, 3-1. Favor of the visiting North Georgia Nighthawks. Chavis chased back by this long ball forward. Tried to back pass it to Hennenkamp. Chartouni got to it. And almost disaster there for FMU. But it ends up going off of Chartouni, and it's a goal kick. Chavis didn't get enough on the back pass to Hennenkamp. But Hennenkamp knocked it off of Chartouni and out of play for the goal kick. Foul. So by the referee here, FMU will get a free kick out of this. Renee Van Horn, the guilty party for North Georgia, and Michaela Chavis will take this as FMU gets some numbers forward into the North Georgia half. Looking to cut this to a 1-goal deficit. Looking for Sierra Cartano, didn't quite make it that far, but FMU will get it back on the North Georgia clearance. McEwen looking for Capra, runs out of room on this near side as it goes out of play. Capra defending, knocking it out of play. Watching on Malashik there. Shively gets it in. Embley. Williams had her pass cut off, and she was the last to touch. Out of play for North Georgia. Shively goes short. Malashik, down goes Anna Capra. Nothing in that for the referee. Arello chipping it forward for Kylie Barr. Cut off by the North Georgia defense once again. Embley on the turn. She's got a couple of options forward. Good read there by Chavis to cut off that pass, but Embley will get it forward to Chartouni on the second try. Trying to go around Megan Mizuraka. Does enough to get it to Malashik. Good job by the FMU defense to force the turnover there. Kylie Barr came on late in that first half as a substitute and stayed out there to begin this second half. Played well near the end of that first half, helping FMU in that opportunity that led them to get the penalty kick. Kylie McElroy looks to go forward for Rihanna Orello, but it'll be cut off by Charlotte Rint for North Georgia. Nearly a giveaway there, but Cartano could not quite stretch out for that pass, and now the Nighthawks bring it the other way. McEwen coming up from the back, trying to disrupt the Nighthawks going forward. Now she's got to get back into position as Shively comes forward. Heavy touch there allows Williams to get it clear. Orello's going to get there first. Good back heel. Find McElroy. Now Orello's in space. Kylie Barr charging toward the penalty area. Orello looking for Kylie Barr. And offside called against the freshman Kylie Barr. Made a great run. Good ball in from Orello. But started the run just a fraction too early, and the Patriots are flagged for offside. Had her one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Had the flag stayed down, it would have been a great opportunity to make it 3-2. But the assistant flags for offside, and the opportunity goes by the wayside. But better from FMU the first 10 minutes of the second half going forward, continuing the momentum that they got from the goal near the end of that first half. Another one, and really put pressure on the visiting Nighthawks. When they went up 3-0 with just a few minutes left in that first half, I probably thought that they were going to cruise, but FMU is not giving up. Van Horn plays it wide for Chartouni. Got the scoring started for North Georgia in the 8th minute. Followed up later with an assist. Running at Megan Mizuraka towards the end line, and it's last touch by Mizuraka. Corner coming up for North Georgia. Both teams want to make a substitution. The assistant referee calling for it. And the referee will allow North Georgia to make a sub here. Chartouni comes off. Peyton, or rather that's Abby Crane who came on. Here comes the corner. And the header goes over. Shively got her head to it for North Georgia. Could not get it on the frame, and now FMU will make the change that they wanted to make. Carly Gauthier replacing Abigail Williams in the midfield. Thirteen shots to 3 now in favor of North Georgia. Shively with the latest one with the header. She's got it again for the Nighthawks. Looking for some space for a cross, and her cross hits the foot of Anna Capper and goes behind for another North Georgia corner. Embley to take it. On the bounce, it's cleared away by Hall. Embley with another chance to deliver a ball in for North Georgia. Headed down behind Malashik. McEwen gets it out. Barr gets it further out and into the North Georgia bench. It's now 5 corner kicks for North Georgia, while FMU has not taken one so far this afternoon. Gauthier cut off by Crane, but Crane couldn't keep it in play for North Georgia. So FMU with the throw right in front of the visiting bench. And the pass goes off of McElroy and out of play for a Nighthawks throw. Van Horn has her pass intercepted. Mizuraka gives it back to her. And down goes Van Horn. Foul against FMU. So once again, the Nighthawks will have an opportunity to bring some players forward for this free kick. Shively to take. Goes out to the wing. Now the ball comes in and it's off of Kylie Barr and out of play, and North Georgia will have another corner kick. Jasmine Adlam was the one who's trying to cross it in, and now she will take the corner. And it is headed just over by Thorson. Another goal kick coming for Rachel Henkamp. Francis Marion fans, be sure to sign your kids up for the Patriots Kids Club. For more information on how your child can become a member, call 843-661-1834 or go online to www.FMUPatriots.com. Half an hour left for FMU to come back from this 3-1 deficit. Being outshot 14-3. Their one shot on target went in. Dalen McEwen penalty in the final minute 32 of the first half. Hall looking for an option. Finds Cartano. Cartano fighting off a couple of challenges and gets whistled for a foul. Fought off one. Couldn't fight off the second. Now Embley. Embley looking for a shot, blocked by McEwen. Cartano gets it clear, looking for Kylie Barr on that far side. Adlam will knock it out of play into the Nighthawks bench to give her teammates an opportunity to retreat. So the only women's soccer match on the slate in the Peach Belt Conference today. The rest of the conference action this weekend was yesterday. Free kick for FMU here as North Georgia has whistled for a foul. Carly Gauthier standing over this free kick. Dalen McEwen has come forward from the back line for FMU. She has all 3 shot attempts for FMU, 2 off target and the penalty kick goal. Her 5th goal of the season. Gauthier takes. Headed by a North Georgia player right in the path of Kylie Barr. But North Georgia will get it clear. Capra looks to get it back into the box. Looking for Kylie McElroy. Chests it down, tries to get a shot away. Did, but didn't get a whole lot behind it. She was a little bit off balance after trying to cushion it down to herself. And that kept her from being able to get a lot of power behind that effort. It's the first shot for the Patriots in this second half. Capra's pass a little bit behind Emma Hall. And Hall wins the ball back for FMU. Everyone thought that the ref was going to whistle that for a foul for a moment, but he did not. Cartano looking for Gauthier a little bit behind her. Malashik takes over for North Georgia. Now Sundstrom. Thorson on the run. Thorson cutting inside, running at Chavis. Looking for some room to shoot. She does, but it'll go wide. It was deflected by FMU, though, and it'll be the 7th corner for the Nighthawks. FMU preparing a couple more substitutions, but it'll have to wait. Embley jogging over there, as is Malashik. for a potential short corner for the Nighthawks. Gauthier goes out to try and defend against that. That is an option. Now Malashik will run away as Embley drives it in. McEwen heads it clear for FMU. Thorson tries to get it back in. The shot comes in from Brennan, but sliding over to get across and save it is Rachel Hennenkamp. Second time that Brennan has had an opportunity, either directly or indirectly, off of a corner kick coming forward from the back. Right back for North Georgia. FMU back in possession in the midfield. Kylie Barr trying to get something going forward. She'll go back to Mizuraka first. Mizuraka finds Hall. There's plenty of room for Capra on this left side. Hall will find her. Arello and McElroy coming forward. Capra has her attempted pass knocked out by Malashik. And now FMU will make a pair of substitutions. Williams and Mall for Gauthier and Hall for FMU. Logan Martin into the match for the first time today for the Nighthawks. Capra gets it back into Sarah Mall. Capra goes around one, looking for McElroy. Didn't make it there. Cut off by the Nighthawk defense. Van Horn flicks it on. And now Martin just onto the field. Fresh legs with some room to roam. Good interception there by Mizuraka. Stopped that counterattack from North Georgia. McEwen. Looking for Barr. Barr has it taken away by Adlam. Adlam's ball forward, too far for a teammate. Chavis deals with it. Back for Barr. Went out of play for the Nighthawks. Barr double teamed and deflected it off of a North Georgia defender out of play for a throw-in, and now FMU will make another switch. Jessica Garnett returns. Garnett is taking over the right back spot. Here comes Martin. Tries to slip through Malashik. She's offside. Hennenkamp was on her way out to try to cut off the angle. But the whistle went for offside before any intervention from her was necessary. Capra brings it back the other way. 3 toward the penalty area for FMU. McElroy the target, headed away from her. Martin goes back. Malashik gives it away to McEwen. McElroy passed it to where Mizuraka had been moments earlier. Ball goes out of play on that far side right by the North Georgia bench. It'll be an FMU throw. 16-4 now the shots in favor of the Nighthawks. 8 of those 16 have been on target. 5 of those stopped by Rachel Hennenkamp. Score remains 3-1. That's where we stood at halftime. Just about halfway through the second half.
Come on, Patriots, get the ball. Come on.
Brennan bringing it forward for North Georgia. Out wide for Malashik. She'll get to it, watched by McEwen. Couple of step overs. McEwen knocks it away, and it'll just trickle over the sideline. And just in front of the corner flag, it'll be a throw-in, about as far as you can go up the field with it still actually being a throw. Maybe a yard or two short of the flag. The cross comes in. Williams gets it partially away, not all the way out. The shot beaten down by Hennenkamp. Follow up by Van Horn, goes wide toward Malashik. Still in the zone. Hennenkamp is down and cleared away by FMU. And now the referee will blow the whistle. Hennenkamp beat down the shot. And as Van Horn and company tried to follow it up for North Georgia, Henenkamp collided with someone in that penalty area and is down. The teams will use this opportunity to rehydrate as we're just about halfway through the half, and Eric Rue, the trainer, is out there to check on the FMU keeper. And while they check on her, Francis Marion University Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Adidas, Circle Park Behavioral Health Services, Domino's, McLeod Regional Medical Center, Carolinas Hospital System, Ken Jackson and Remax Professionals, Pepsi, McDonald's, Rains Hospitality, including Fairfield Inn, Spring Hill Suites, and Courtyard by Marriott, Mike Rickenbach, Ford, Lincoln Mercury, South Carolina Education Lottery, King Cadillac Buick GMC, McLeod Sports Medicine, the Counseling Center of Florence, Chick-fil-A, State Farm and Agent Jim Stewart, Quincy's Steakhouse, Little Caesars, La Quinta Inn and Suites, KFC and Arby's, Julia Bell's Restaurant, PD Electric Cooperative, Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Supply, Western Sizzlin Steakhouse, State Credit Union, and Zaxby's. Henenkamp back up and walking it off. FMU with two other keepers, senior Janine Gordon, the only senior on this FMU team, and junior Michaela Kitchen. Gordon saw 23 minutes of action against Newberry in the team's opener. Well, Kitchen has not featured so far this season. Gordon and Kitchen split goalkeeping duties last year. And it looks like Henenkamp is going to be taken off here with 22:41 left. Hopefully she's all right. She's made 6 stops. Most recent from Mackenzie Brennan from close range. She's had a good afternoon despite having allowed 3 goals for FMU. It is Janine Gordon, the senior from Miami, who takes over, as I mentioned, 23 minutes against Newberry. That is the only other match this season in which FMU has used a keeper other than Henenkamp. So Gordon with the neon green spikes and headband to match. Well, she was out there. And Henenkamp is going to come back. So good news for FMU from that standpoint, that Henenkamp is okay to continue. So Gordon gets onto the field for a moment, but ends up only lasting a few moments. And now the drop ball is played into Henenkamp, and she gets it clear. So good sign that Henenkamp is all right to continue. McElroy, good ball forward. Megan Mizuraka. She's got Orello and McElroy running towards the penalty area. Cross is charged down by the Nighthawks. FMU will have a throw-in a few yards shy of the corner flag. Just past the halfway mark of this second half, looking to get back within a goal. Mizuraka gets the ball in toward McElroy, but it's collected by Gowdy before McElroy could get anything on it. Good ball in, though. Good combination there between Orello and Mizuraka on that far side to create a chance for FMU. But outshot to this point, 17-4, 9-2 in shots on target. And all 7 corner kicks have gone the way of the visiting Nighthawks. But so far, this second half has been played to a draw. Cartano knocks that one out of play, battling with senior Asa Thorson from Norway. Try to get it in toward Malashik. Get it out wide. Embley's cross in. Sent back by McEwen. Here comes a shot from Sundstrom, diving to her right to collect it. Rachel Henenkamp once again. Another save for Henenkamp. That's her 7th of the afternoon, which ties her career high from that first match against Newberry. Williams lifts it forward. Mizuraka. She gets there first. Looking to deliver it towards McElroy, and Gowdy just got there fractions of a second before McElroy was going to get her head to it.
Come on, number 10, there you go.
The last couple of moments, Megan Mizuraka with a couple of good balls in toward McElroy, creating some problems for the North Georgia defense. But now the Nighthawks look to counter the other way. Fitzhugh, the most recent goal scorer for North Georgia, couldn't keep it in on that far side. Good work defensively there by Anna Capra once again for the Patriots. And now a substitution as Sierra Cartano will check out. Emma Hall returns as we go under 20 minutes to play. And North Georgia will make a change as well as Jasmine Adlam is replaced by McKay Shively. Shively and Brennan will flip-flop. So Brennan will go back on the left side and Shively out on this near right side for North Georgia defensively. Sarah Mall looking for Mizuraka. Didn't get it to her, but the clearance was given away to Emma Hall. Orello trying to get out of the end of this one and coming out again to claim it and keep North Georgia out of trouble is Gowdy. She boots it clear.
There you go, 10.
Sarah Mall.
There you go.
Square for Hall.
Come on, ladies.
Pass cut off before he could get to Mizuraka. Thorson keeps it from getting to Mizuraka on the second attempt. Thorson running at Capra. The edge of the box. Knocked down by Capra. Shively's ball in, looking for the back post over Malashik. Bounces over Garnett. Crane will keep it in for North Georgia. Tries to center it. Clearance was deflected. Still in the area. Capra gets it clear, and now a foul. Looks like Daly McEwen is whistled for it for FMU. And right near the top of the box, the Nighthawks will have a free kick. Everyone back to defend for FMU, as even Rihanna Orello is jogging back toward where this free kick is being taken. Hennenkamp organizing a wall. See how many Patriots end up in this wall. Right now there is 6 in the wall. It'll be 5 in the main wall, and then it looks like McElroy standing a couple yards away from the wall. A couple of Nighthawks standing over. See who ends up taking it. Malashik, Sundstrom, they're all around it. And it'll be a low shot from Thorson, but Hennenkamp is behind it.
Come on, Patriots, get that ball over there.
Hennenkamp boots it away toward the middle of the field. It'll come down to Orello.
There you go.
Mall to Hall, chipping it forward for Orello. The attempted clearance was a little bit errant by Shively. It goes back to Gowdy, the goalkeeper instead. Gives it right back to FMU. Pass a little bit behind Kylie McElroy. Garnett clears it forward for the Patriots. Malashik strikes it. Good leaping save there by Rachel Hennenkamp. Malashik created some space for herself with the shot. And the 20th attempt for North Georgia is collected by the FMU keeper. Mall. Now Capra. Mall has it taken away by Sundstrom. Martin. Mall, good work tracking back defensively to regain possession for the Patriots, at least for the time being. One pops way up in the air. And goes out for a North Georgia throw right in front of the Nighthawks bench. Malashik deep in that far corner. Cuts inside. Chavis trying to recover. Good sliding block by the freshman defender. Once again, the Nighthawks keep it down there. Orson looking to play it in. Again, Chavis gets in the way. Hall looking to turn. Playing it out toward Mizuraka and McElroy. The North Georgia defense beat both of the Patriots forwards. Malashik, watched by McEwen, goes inside of her. Looked like she wanted to strike it with her left foot. Now does. Capra blocks it. Brennan coming forward from the left back spot, looking to get a ball in, and could not keep it in play. It'll be a goal kick for FMU as they make another change to the Patriots. Carteno back for Williams. Don't forget the next Patriot Sports Network broadcast, a doubleheader of men's and women's soccer. The men at 5 against Mount Olive, and the women at 7:30 against Georgia College. That's Wednesday. All the games right here on this Patriot Sports Network. And then FMU volleyball returns to Smith University Center Friday at 7 as they kick off Alumni Weekend against Georgia College. And then 1 o'clock on Saturday, they'll host Augusta University. And both of those on the Patriot Sports Network as well. Shively looking to cross it in behind Crane. Cartano, partial clearance. Loose ball. The Nighthawks will be the first to it. Shively fires it for goal. It'll go over. Hennenkamp appeared to have it covered if it was on target. And a couple more subs ready to check in, one for each side. Kylie Barr will check in for Jessica Garnett on the FMU side. For North Georgia, it is Patterson replacing Malashik. Shot attempts are now 21-4 in favor of North Georgia. They came into the weekend leading the Peach Belt Conference, averaging 23 shots attempted per match. They're not quite there yet, but they are closing in.
And for the Nighthawks, number 7,
Barr
Patterson.
Trying to connect with McElroy, instead finds the North Georgia number 20, Dunphy. Dunphy clears it out. Chavis, good work against Patterson. Patterson briefly got it back for North Georgia. Now the Patriots have it back. McEwen retreating and punches it forward. McElroy settles it for Sarah Mall. Mall looking for the forward run of Rihanna Orello. Beaten to it by Rint, but FMU will keep it down there. Hall looking to play the ball in towards McElroy. McElroy got her head to it. Orello trying to get there and makes contact with Gowdy. Both of them seem to be all right. FMU claiming a corner kick, they'll get it. And with just about 12 minutes left, the Patriots have their first corner of the afternoon. The first 7 all went the way of North Georgia. Now FMU with a chance. They can get one here. Really turns the pressure up on the visitors for the final 12 minutes. Emma Hall to take. Ball in towards Mullen McEwen. Last touched by a North Georgia defender, and Hall will load it up again for another corner. Cartano staying right on the top of the box. 5 in the area. Here it comes in. McEwen got a piece of it. And FMU will get another corner. So 3 straight corners here over the last minute or so for FMU. Is the 3rd time the charm for Hall's delivery. Gowdy comes out to claim it, spills it, and is judged to have been fouled. And so North Georgia will dodge the bullet there. 3 successive corners for FMU, but North Georgia gets out of it still with their 3-1 lead intact. Martin brings it forward. Good interception there by McEwen. McEwen looking for Kylie Barr down that far side. Played out by Brennan. Barr gets it back in quickly to Arello. Now Barr. And before she could cross it, it went out of play for a throw. Another change for the Nighthawks. Crane is replaced. Looks like Caroline Nelson, the latest Nighthawk to enter. Whistle, and it looks like FMU is going to get a free kick as we go under 10 minutes left. 3-1 in favor of North Georgia, but FMU, the last few minutes, they've had a few more opportunities, had 3 straight corner kicks, and now with a free kick that Michaela Chavis has come up from the back to take. Everyone forward for FMU, aside from the goalkeeper, Rachel Hennenkamp and Megan Mizuraka, who's near the center circle. Chavis delivery. Looking for McEwen. Got a piece of it. Does it stay in play wide? It does not. It's going to be a goal kick. McEwen was trying to play it, I think, to herself further wide.
24, Caroline Nelson.
Did not work out for FMU that time, and it's a goal kick for the Nighthawks. Taken by Gowdy. Mizuraka watches it go out and will put it back in play with a throw. And she'll do it again right in front of that North Georgia bench. FMU with just one shot in this second half came off the foot of Kylie McElroy, a shot that she was off balance in taking and could not get all the power she wanted behind it. They've had some other chances looking for McElroy. Crosses, especially from Megan Mizuraka. But the North Georgia goalkeeper, Hannah Gowdy, has been alert to those so far. Now Patterson in some space for North Georgia. Hall trying to ward her off. Forced her to pass it off to Nelson. Chavis recovering, had her clearance blocked, but on the second chance, gets it out. Thorson regains control for North Georgia. Wide for Nelson. Mizuraka wins it back briefly for FMU. Carried back into the box. Ball centered toward Fitzhugh, but Hennenkamp gets there first for the Patriots. Hennenkamp clears it out, looking for Sarah Mall, but it'll find North Georgia defense first. Capra, good ball forward, Arello. It's got Barr and McElroy in the middle. North Georgia will get this one out, but it'll be out of play right near halfway line for an FMU throw to be taken by Anna Capra. McEwen has gone back forward. Mall's pass over the head of Arello.
There you go.
Mall with the header. She's down, and Fitzhugh inadvertently trips over Mall. Didn't see that she was down. After that last header, Sarah Mall in some pain down on the field there, and the referee stops play with just under 7 minutes to go here in this match. North Georgia up 3-1. The referee calls for the stopping of the clock with 6:53, and for the second time in this half, we see Eric Rue, the trainer, is checking on Rachel Hennenkamp earlier in the half. Rachel was able to stay in the match. We'll see if that ends up being the same for Sarah Mall. Reminder that the Francis Marion men's and women's cross country teams will be competing in the Royals Cross Country Challenge in Charlotte on Friday after running in the Jaguar Cross Country Invitational hosted by Augusta University yesterday. Men finished 6th and the women 7th. Andrea Liddell Jr. finishing 17th on the women's side to lead the way, where Parker Calvert led the men's side in yesterday's meet. And of course, the men's and women's soccer doubleheader coming up Wednesday here on Hartzler Field. The men taking on the University of Mount Olive at 5 o'clock. And the women continuing this 3-game Peach Belt conference homestand against Georgia College at 7:30, and that's the second of the two. And of course, we'll have both right here on the Patriots Sports Network. Both teams going over to the side briefly to get some water and some instructions for the last 53 of action as Sarah Mall makes her way back toward the FMU sideline. We'll see how this changes FMU's lineup.
Come on, Patriots. Come on, ladies. Stay strong. Come on, number 10. Come on. Come on.
Back underway.
There you go. Come on, come on. Fight for it. 23. Let's go.
Fitzhugh running down the right wing side, looking to play it to the center. Hendenkamp got a piece of it. Mizuraka will finish the clearance, although it's not out of the box just yet. Williams wins it for FMU, and she does get it all the way clear. Good job by Kylie Barr. Emma Hall now with a chance to run onto it. Barr will send it back to Mizuraka, who looks to drive it forward for McElroy. McElroy controls it,
There you go.
at least for a moment, but now North Georgia regains possession.
Come on, ladies.
Shively.
Come on, 23. Come on.
Fitzhugh. Again looking across. Capra is able to deflect it out of play. The change, by the way, for FMU is Williams back for Mall following that injury stoppage. Be the 8th corner kick of the afternoon for North Georgia. Leading 3-1 and looking for one more as Thorson comes over. Capra near post. Mizuraka far post for FMU. Hendenkamp got a piece of it. The header comes in, though, and it's into the net from Caroline Nelson, a sophomore from Sharpsburg. Her first goal of the season. And it is 4-1 Nighthawks with 5:28 to go.
Come on, Patriots. Come on.
And that likely snuffs out the last hopes of a comeback for FMU in the latter stages of this match as Kylie Barr is replaced by Christina Rice for FMU. Hendenkamp got a piece of the corner. Couldn't get it far enough clear, though, and Nelson puts it away to make it 4-1 in favor of North Georgia. Looking like they're going to start 2-0 in the Peach Belt Conference. Shively brings it forward for the visiting Nighthawks. Capra pops this one clear. Sundstrom trying to hit it back toward the area for North Georgia. Thorson thinking about a shot, knocked down by McEwen. Follow-up is knocked down by Cartano. Now the ball comes in, diving save, Rachel Hendenkamp. The effort coming there from Martin. Good stop there by Hendenkamp. A new career high in saves this afternoon for the freshman goalkeeper. She has been busy. Morello knocked it down, couldn't find it. And now it'll be out of play. North Georgia taking over. Substitutions being made by North Georgia. Like 4 switches here. Made a lot of switches near the end of the first half as well. All 26 players for North Georgia had played in at least one of their first 5 matches coming into today. Martin knocked off it by Carly Gauthier, who just re-entered moments ago for Francis Marion. Nelson just got her first goal. We're looking for another. Now she'll pass it back. McEwen will clear this one away for FMU. Now we have a whistle behind the play, and a foul will go against North Georgia. Hennenkamp will come out of the penalty area to take this free kick for Francis Marion. Down 4-1 with just about 3 minutes left. Ball comes forward, headed away by Tucker. Fitzhugh to the middle. Chavis will get to this pass first, goes back to Hennenkamp. It's cleared away. Hall try to flick it on. Eventually does make its way to Rihanna Orello. Orello finds Rice. Gautier tries to give and go with Rice. But again, the Nighthawks defense gets there first. Patterson. Now the ball forward, intended for Nelson. Go out of play, and now 4 more subs on for the Nighthawks in the final 2.5 minutes. Referee blowing a whistle here for something or other. And apparently one of the substitutions he is not going to allow, Biso onto the field.
Come on, Patriots, there you go. Get the ball over there, come on.
Coming back, Orello tries to win it back for FMU. Gautier does win it for FMU in the midfield. Rice tried to turn away from McGraw. One of the Nighthawks had just come on here in the last few moments. Now the substitutions will happen that North Georgia was trying to make moments ago. Christina Birkenstock, Peyton Biso coming on for North Georgia at that last break. Haley Elmore as well out there. Free kick FMU in the final 2 minutes. Having been outshot 23-4. So the Nighthawks getting to their average of 23 shot attempts here today. Chavis drives it forward for the Patriots. Headed away by the Nighthawks defense. Gautier tries to keep it in for FMU. Did for a moment, but now counterattack developing for North Georgia. Biso on the run. Finds Patterson. Patterson has some options central if she decides to use them. Tries to cut inside. Knocked away from her. Tucker will get a shot. Knocked away by Chavis. Gautier goes down, trying to clear it out. Still no whistle. Martin tries to slip it through to Biso, who is onside. Hennenkamp comes out and deflects it behind for a corner kick. Although dangerously close to offside, apparently not. So we enter the final minute of the 90. Peyton Biso goes to the far corner to take this North Georgia corner kick. Comes in toward the near post and missed everybody, and it'll be out for a Rachel Hennenkamp goal kick.
Come on, Lady Patriots, come on! Come on!
Hennenkamp in the final 30 seconds. North Georgia bringing it forward once again. Chavis clears it away. Gautier wins it back, trying to bring it forward one last time for FMU, but the North Georgia defense will collect it, and they will run out the rest of the clock. And that will do it for this afternoon's match here on Hartzler Field. The final score, the North Georgia Nighthawks 4 and the Francis Marion Patriots 1. Danny Chartouni got it started for North Georgia with an unassisted goal in the 8th minute. The visitors doubled their lead in the 17th minute when Renee Van Hoord scored her 5th goal of the season. Chartouni picking up an assist there. In the 41st minute, Brooke Fitzhugh came on. The freshman got her first career goal. Peyton Biso and Asa Patterson with the assists. FMU got a penalty kick with 92 seconds left in the first half. Daly McEwen converted for her 5th goal of the season, 3rd from the penalty spot, making it 3-1 going into the half. It stayed that way for most of the second half, but off of a corner kick, Caroline Nelson scoring her first for North Georgia with an assist from Asa Thorson, and North Georgia wins it 4-1. They outshoot the Patriots for the afternoon 24-4 with 15 shots on target to 2 for FMU. Rachel Hennenkamp with a new career high 11 saves, while Hannah Gowdy made 1 save in the FMU goal. Caitlin Sabursky, the backup goalkeeper, saw about 4 minutes of action at the end for the Nighthawks, appearing in her 2nd match of the season. The corner kicks were 9-3 in favor of North Georgia this afternoon. So with the win, the Nighthawks improved to 5-1. They are 2-0 in Peach Belt Conference play, while the Patriots slipped to 2-4, now 0-2 in the Peach Belt Conference. Next up for the FMU women, 7:30 on Wednesday, they host Georgia College, part of a men's and women's doubleheader. The men will take on the University of Mount Olive to get things started at 5 o'clock. We'll bring you that one for you right here on the Patriot Sports Network. But that'll do it for this afternoon's broadcast. Rob Lau signing off for all of us here at the Patriot Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. Again, the final score, North Georgia 4, Francis Marion 1.